How's it? I'm the Torn. Welcome to a sneak preview of Arma 3's Apex, with the much anticipated Tanoa Island terrain. These visuals are, of course, from the current dev branch, and gameplay visuals, etc., may differ in the final release. A couple of things that got me really excited about this map is the Vietnam style terrain, the dense tropical forest with limited visibility. I think that this is going to make for some seriously awesome cat and mouse games, making it extremely difficult to just move through and occupy an area because AI or PvP players could possibly be standing still or prone and waiting for the right moment to pounce. I'm not going to go into all the stats of the island, the size of the map, its history. There's enough of that out there already on the internet, and it would take you about a 10-second Google search to find it. A couple of things I want to look at is the FPS. I'm curious how it will handle in the more dense forest scenes, and more importantly, how AI is going to handle this terrain. Will they have X-ray vision, or will they be as handicapped as a human player? We'll take a quick look around the island. We won't be able to play with the new vehicles, as they don't seem to be in the dev branch as of yet. So we're just going to take a look around at the terrain in this episode, and I'll cover the new vehicles as and when they are released. Please remember, this is a dev branch, and any bugs, glitches, and any moments where I totally get armored do not reflect the final release. Without much further waffles, let's jump in and take a look around. So this is one of the airports, but first I'm going to show you just how pretty the water looks. Bohemia has done an excellent job this time. Not that they didn't do a good job before, but they have really made things look stunning. I mean, that just looks so pretty. The fact is, this is going to make for so many different Navy SEAL type operations. You know, coming in underwater, creeping up through the bush here is just absolutely awesome. I mean, look at that. That is stunning. So, well, let's have a look at the rest of the island. I don't want to get bogged down in the water all day. I wonder, can I go up here? Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I am going to take the aeroplane for one of the reasons. And I know someone's going to chew me out for not calling it what it really is. But I want to basically parachute in, because one of the things I know with a lot of the other maps with dense forests is that generally if you hit a tree on the way down, you pretty much hurt. So I'm going to get some altitude so that we can get a bit of an aerial view of the island. I also did notice there's, I don't know if it's just in the development version, but there does seem to be a bit of a height limitation. But I don't know if that's going to change. But isn't that pretty? Oh, that's just stunning. And for some reason I seem to be stalling. So let's parachute while I still can. So I really want to have a look at this forest. Wow, that's quite a high ejection. But higher than the plane could fly. Okay, so now we're going to be careful not to come in too fast. The speed does kill. But I do want to hit the trees. Because I do want to see how it responds. Because I can see a lot of... Okay, well that's good. Well, that was our plane blowing up. And I'm going to switch to this view because I can't see what's going on. And the wind seems to be dragging me. Oh, I did seem to get hurt. Not badly. I don't seem to be... I think it was just a knock. So, isn't this beautiful? I'm just going to take a moment. Oh, those sounds are brilliant. Oh, that's absolutely stunning. Frames per second, not so bad. I'm still in the 30s. I'm happy with 30s. I'm assuming if you have a really better card, you could probably crank the graphics up. I am on high for everything. So overall, that's pretty good. And also, I am recording at the process, so my hard drive's not taking a bit of a knock. But overall, that's pretty good. Now, the one thing to note is your field of view and your distance of view if you were engaging someone. There isn't a lot of angles of attack. You're going to be... Oh, that's going to make for a lot of close quarters because... Let's play some AR. Let's just get to a position up higher. It's behind a tree. And let's switch to Zeus. Okay. So there I am. And let's set some... let's make it a sentry team. And I'm going to make them walk past me. So there they are. Let's see if they can... They saw me pretty quickly, but then again, I'm not exactly in massive amount of cover. Oh, this is so exciting. Imagine it from first person. You're not going to see exactly where the psych is. Oh wow. That is going to be so exciting because AR knew I was behind the tree. He fired rounds at me, but he totally didn't see me. So AR don't have X-ray vision because, I mean, I was just using a simple tree as cover and he totally walked into my line of fire. That's good news. That's awesome news. As usual, Bohemia is outdoing themselves by miles. This is stunning. Look at that. That is beautiful. Definitely in this map, I think third-person view is probably going to be doing you a lot of favors, especially in the dense jungle areas. I am a first-person fan, although, oh, look at that. That's just stunning. So let's have a look at the rest of Tanoa. I'm going to spend hours just looking at how pretty the forest is. Um, I know there are a couple islands scattered around the main and central island. On the main island, there are two um, airports, major airports, which I think is great, which gives absolutely good balance to the entire map. Um, both Altus and Stratus lacked in that department because both of them only had one major airport. The nice thing is, even these little islands have an airport. Um, this one has more sort of just a dirt sort of landing strip. But I know this island as well has a major airport. I think that gives the overall map a great balance. That means that at least from two of these islands, air assaults can be launched. That if a team is holding the mainland or an island, even parts of the island, they can't have air superiority, which I think is going to be tactically awesome. I think overall this map is absolutely awesome, well balanced. The terrain type is nicely mixed. Oh, I think it's just overall the little details they've gone into. Um, for example, on top of the hill, yeah, you'll see there's a little path that comes up the side of the hill to the top. So you're not going to just be able to go up anywhere. You specifically have to go up the little path to get to the top. And there's one way in and only one way out. Overall, absolutely stunning. Those are some of the familiar scenes you've seen in the demos. The extinct volcano, which would have been awesome if it at least had some smoke coming out, but even though it is kind of extinct. The towns, I have had a walk around some of the towns. Some of the buildings do not open. For example, this building you can go to the top, but you cannot get inside the building. Similarly, this one as well, where you can access the building from others, but you cannot get inside these buildings. I don't know if they're going to add that in later, but obviously some of the standard armor buildings you can still get into. I'm not too phased about that. I think if you had too many buildings, it becomes a drag having to clear each building individually. So it's not a bad thing. Some of the things to notice is just the detail. They've brought the water into the town in little bits like this. I think that is so cool. In other parts, the rivers come all the way inland. So I'm just going to zoom around and give you an idea of some of the rest of the areas, the rest of the terrain types. If you haven't bought the expansion, I do highly recommend it. It is, as of making this video on the 8th of July, it was 20% off on Steam. If you haven't got it, I do recommend it. I think it's going to be an awesome expansion. I can just imagine the battle royales, the King of the Hills, and the all the different the survival ones like Epoch are going to be making full use of this map. I think it's going to open a whole new avenue of gameplay because we're quite used to sparse vegetative terrain. And this is going to be absolutely incredible. Applause goes to Bohemia and the devs for obviously listening to the community, which they seem to do so often, and we all wish that other game development companies would do that because it pays off in the end. I think this is a really good addition to the Arma, and yeah. Leave a comment in the section below if you would like me to answer some questions or you'd like to see some more stuff from me. Maybe you want me to cover certain areas of the maps more in detail. I will be making more episodes later on when the vehicles and the factions, apparently there's rumored to be extra factions. Once those have started filtering into the development builds, I will do another episode to cover those. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. If you disliked it, leave a sensible, reasonable comment in the section below. And thank you for watching. Catch you next time.